Hi Virgos, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for love, compatibility, or synastry between you and all the other signs. So I decided after doing Scorpio that I'm going to do a love concentrated preview video for members, and then we'll publish it for everybody else later. You can get that in the description after this is posted. So that will be another series for members. They've been waiting for a lot of readings for the individual signs, so we're going to do that now for love for November and December. So the Scorpio one turned out really well. And so now let's take a look at your energy with the other signs. Overall, this transit this season, Scorpio season, October to November, is really about Venus exiting your sign, and then Vesta has entered into your sign. A very good feminine asteroid. It's not a planet, but it does bring in a lot of virtue and grounded energy. After that, there won't be much in your planet, in your sign for a while. So the gleam is off and you'll have some privacy to kind of focus in, and some of the crazy is gone. Some of the aspects that are the best for you right now are your Scorpio transits in the third house, really good for altruistic communication. At the beginning of the season right now, which is October till maybe November 10th, you're going to see a lot of good opportunities to readdress things from the past and talk about things from the past. And then later on, you'll have an opportunity to break through into new directions. So that will happen on the 14th with the new moon in Scorpio at over here somewhere. And then the other transits to do with Capricorn. And in Capricorn, there's a big breakthrough. A love could come in very quickly for you at this time. There could be a lot of chemistry around someone or something. We've kind of talked about this transit as being sort of good, but sort of challenging at the same time. I wouldn't force it. Something may happen, but I wouldn't force the issue. And Mars is going to be retrograde until, I think, November 4th or something like that, 5th. And so in your 8th house, especially to do those of you who are going through divorce or separation, that's going to affect you guys a lot. So those are some of the main transits that are affecting Virgos now. But the way that I do this reading is compare your sign with every single other sign. So this will tell you how you will get along with people who have those transits. So it's kind of a synastry reading or a kind of comparison reading. So Venus, or Virgo with Virgo, very good energy moving forward. Capricorn's influencing these relationships well. If there's something to do with money or to do with shared property, that might be an issue, but it's just kind of two people have two different ideas in different directions. Let's see. First, I'm going to tell you guys how you are interacting, what's the outcome of that, and then I'll tell you how they feel about you, okay? So with Virgo, we have the Hermit. So yeah, just a little bit of isolation from each other, but there is going to be reunion. So if you're in separation with a Virgo or a person who has Virgo transits, then you can kind of relax and know that things are going to work out, or things are going to sort of figure themselves out sooner or later. And you will reach out to each other again. The feelings that they have for you, I think that they see that you have strong boundaries, but there's hidden feelings there. There's definitely some personal feelings that are going on. There could be a secret also, and there's a lot of quiet time between you and the other Virgo at this time. There's something there, you know. There's a lot of good feelings, but there's some kind of secret. There's something not being said. Next, we're talking about Libra. And so with Libra transits, there's not much in Libra until Venus enters into Libra on the 27th of October, and Mercury will enter into Libra retrograde from the other side on 27th of October, and then again leave on November 10th. So That will improve relationships for Libras with everyone, including you. For you, that's a really good financial transit, so look forward to that. We have the Three of Wands in terms of your relationships with people who have Libra transit, something coming in, a positive outcome. Your wisdom is giving you an insight on how to approach people from this sign. You know how to deal with them, and there's a lot of good energy between the two of you. There's not much misunderstanding. There's just a good kind of, everybody knows where the other person stands and how to approach appropriately. Then we have the Six of Wands, and then this is how they feel about you, which is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like the Libra is moving away from something towards you. I think they want to become closer. They're moving away from difficult times in your direction. And then there's also this element of, I think they see you as improving a lot. They see you from a very different light than they had previously. They see within you light. They see within you good energy. So I feel like with the Libra relationships, I would say kind of wait it out a little bit, or allow them to kind of come around. I have a lot of Libra friends. One of my best friends for a long time was a Libra, and it was very much that as a Virgo, I have to let them sort of come of their own volition. With a Libra, that's the best way all around, but with Virgo relationships especially, just let them figure it out and come around if they're not seeing something that you want them to see. And then we have Scorpio relationships, really good, very emotional in the beginning part of this transit, October until like maybe the 10th of November at the latest. It'll be much better after November 3rd. On the 14th, with the new moon and the sextile to Capricorn, those transits are going to be very, very pleasant. So breakthrough moments, inspiring moments, there's just a good gleam for you. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands in terms of what's going on. So compassion, love, family, togetherness. And then we have Hermit. So you're making decisions with Scorpios about long-term plans, and you have a lot already that you know about life in general, so it's not a foolish decision. It's like a well-informed decision. Then the feelings that they have towards you is the Hierophant. So they feel like you're a source of information, you're a source of authority, moral authority. Also, they look to you for guidance, and they also respect your boundaries. They know that you sort of shut things down when things are inappropriate, and so they see that strength from within you. Okay, then we have relationships with Sag. Sag is having a big year of kind of very karmic relationships that touch upon past lives, and they evoke that for all of us, including Virgos. Not many other transits in Sagittarius right now, and the relationship will be fair, and fairness is gonna work itself out. Very good energy for talking things out and figuring things through. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So being on the sure footing, similar footing towards a common goal is available at this time. And then how they feel about you, again, they see you for what you are. That Venus and Vesta transit is going to make you translate very well to people over the next while. Already it's happening with Venus and Virgo, which what I mean is people see you at what you intend. There's not much confusion. There is the Neptune opposition that throws curveballs here and there, but right now, since Neptune is at 20 degrees almost, so it's usually Virgos born closer to September that are going through that more than the other ones, us other ones, but still it's not as bad, and it's definitely much less so because now Neptune's retrograde. So then we have King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Sagittarius feels like they want to offer you a lot. If you're in a relationship, they're very open. I think they think highly of you, and I think that they think that you have strong boundaries and morals. The King of Cups is their energy towards you. They want to, especially in a relationship, offer something serious. So I think very good feelings, very stable energy between you at this time. So now let's take a look at your relationships with Capricorn. So with Capricorn, very strong energy. Capricorn's going to have strong energy with Virgos, Tauruses right now because of its placements. Much better in relationships where the Capricorn has valid authority, such as a boss or a teacher. Those energies are better where there is like a power inequality and the Capricorn has appropriate authority. So I'm not talking about a tyrant or someone mean. I'm talking about someone who is meant to be on top, right? So I know that sounds funny, but it's true. So in those relationships will really thrive. We have the Magician because they'll be very altruistic with their energy. They'll be very generous and giving, and that's the Magician as well. And then we have the High Priestess. So a lot of insight, a lot of mutual understanding about the way things are, and a lot of kind of things happening because you understand each other. How they feel about you is the Ten of Wands. They have a lot going on, especially with this transit. That's where the cursor is. So I'll move the cursor for every sign so you guys can see where that is. But yeah, there's this energy to do with like authority and strength and all of this stuff. And what they feel towards you is an Ace of Pentacles. They want to help you. There's a real possibility they'll help you in some way over the next 30 days or maybe just beyond that. But they can step in and help. They want to offer something, be generous. There's just a very good truth-based, loyalty-based understanding. With Aquarian, Ceres is leaving Aquarius, but Aquarius is transiting into this not stellium, but Jupiter and Saturn are entering into Aquarius in December. So for now, it's quiet, all quiet on the Western front. But I feel like that's going to sort of change in December. So Aquarians already feel that coming. And so if you have relationships with Aquarians, they might be a little bit off to the side doing their own thing. So we have the Three of Cups for things happening between the two of you, and then we have Justice. Okay, so I feel like reunion possible, and I feel like karma is resolved between, or misunderstandings are resolved between you and the Aquarian energy, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And so yeah, resolution of karma, same-footedness, relationships coming back together, how they feel about you. They have a lot of stuff going on. Their intuition is popping right now. So this transit that's coming, they're feeling it. So that means that all the things that will start changing in their life starting in December, they're already sensing them coming. And the way that intuition like that works is that they don't really know yet what that's about. So they have a lot of stuff going on in their head, which is the Ten of Wands. So Wheel of Fortune, I feel as though a good friendship and an alliance between you and Aquarian energy, good movement forward, understanding. There's no messing around. I think they'll appreciate at this time because of this transit that you're like the same all the time, that you sort of like come at them with the same energy, you know, have the same vibe and similar disposition. Then for Pisces, so Virgo opposite Pisces with Neptune in there. I mean, it's more of the same. Pisces is estranged now more with Neptune. Neptune is their ruler, so that's a powerful transit. But the thing about it is it brings into their life, it pulls them out of the world into their own land. Just as I was switching the signs to tell you about Pisces, I really felt that, how much they're actually isolated by their intuition and energy. So we have here change. Be patient with them. Let them go through whatever it is they're going through. And then they have this combination again. A new beginning. They have a lot of things to accomplish before that beginning is achieved. And then how they feel towards you. They want reunion. They love seeing you. They miss you. And then we have the Two of Wands. So I think that you to them communicate kind of things that are happening in the world. You bring them information that they need to know. Like I said, I feel they're very much isolated. And so you're bringing to them, hey, this kind of stuff happened. This person said this person said that. Not like bad gossip, but just keeping them in the loop energetically. And so if you're not hanging out with them, if you're not talking to them, just know that they're waiting for your call. They want to hear from you. Okay? Then with Aries energy with Virgo, it's a fun combination depending on what you consider fun, but it can be a very nice combination depending on your secondary transits. On its own, it's a little bit one of the tougher ones, you know, but it's not terrible. It's just a little bit of a different vibe. Mars is retrograde in Aries until like November 4th or so. I should look it up to double check when. And so I think November 5th. And then when it goes direct, things will sort of get happening for you faster with them. And they're readjusting how they're doing things. So they're at their best in some ways, especially with regard to like how they're interacting with people. How they're interacting with people, they're clearer, they're better, they're not so distracted, and so they'll bring in more focus energy. That Lilith transit, if you feel like you've been missing your friend or lover for the last 10 months, Lilith has left Aries, and so it's just giving it a lot of breathing room. So your friend's coming back, you know, or the person you love is showing up a lot more clearly. It's just a very good energy off of it. So yeah, their heart is much more open towards you. Their heart is much more present. And then we have the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in air as well. So they have something that they want to achieve. I think that they're involved with a fight with somebody that's quite aggressive. So I feel like there's a conflict that's weighing them down, but I think that towards you, they're going to be offering like kindness and positive energy. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is the energy of how they feel towards you. I think that they are looking forward to a new life together, a new destination. And I think that they admire you. I think that they admire the things that you do and how you work and all this stuff. They're going to be distracted though, so don't stand in the way of their aggression. So if they're fighting with someone, just stay out of the way, let it resolve, and then allow them to express. And don't get mad at them for being distracted. Okay? So with Tauruses, Lilith is in Taurus. Tauruses are going to be a little funny now, Virgo, for the next 10 months, and especially the next 3 or 4 months. They're a little funny, so just irritable, distracted, just weird ideas here and there. We all get the Lilith transit. You're next in the earth signs in about 3 years. So, you know, we can look forward to that. So show them compassion. But after that, it's still a little funny with Uranus, but not bad at all. Your Taurus is more dynamic than they usually are, so more unpredictable. Ultimately, Uranus will leave and they'll go back to the same kind of like stable energy. But for now, you might be waiting for them a lot, you know. They might be distracted, at least emotionally waiting for them a lot. They might be sort of tapped out. And the 8 of Pentacles, which to me says that, you know, just do your own thing, Virgo. That's Sun in Virgo. That's our card. Do your own thing. Focus on yourself. And then, you know, consider the options. We have the 3 of Swords next. And fight hurt feelings. They may be, if they say something to you, now I'm not condoning any kind of abuse or negativity or whatever, but if they say something to you that's hurtful, Lilith is going to influence them. And so be careful with that. You might feel hurt feelings around them. And if it's not words, then it could be actions or deeds. So stay out of the way of that. Again, not abuse, but just aggression or some kind of conflict energy. And then we have the Justice card. Things will work out and they'll love you even more for putting up with them, especially if it's out of character. So they'll be out of character for the next month. And just be patient with them. Maybe choose some other activities rather than, you know, being around them so much, because they can actually thwart what you want to do just by irritability alone. Gemini energy, well, the North Node is in Gemini. That squares Virgo. So that's harder on our sign across the board, but it's not so bad. It will only last until next year. That's when the node enters into Taurus. It's a really good year for career, but there's objectively few transits in Gemini this year. It's just the way the nodes are and where the big planets are. So with Gemini and Virgo energy, I feel like your Gemini friends in some way remind you of where you need to go. There's this reminder of what you need to do. And it's kind of like a kick in the ass, kick in the butt. So we have the moon. I feel like maybe things were said between you and the Gemini that you have some resentment about. And especially when you're talking about, like, they could be, it's something that resonates as somewhat true. And that's the important part. So rather than being upset, focus on what they reminded you of, especially like stuff and accountability. And then we have the Three of Swords. So I do feel as though there's some sort of resentment between you and the Gemini. There's some kind of broken heart or sadness. And then we have below is the Fool. So this is how they feel about you. They're ready for a new beginning, and the Star. So Gemini, okay. So I feel like soulmate energy. I feel like it's like learning your lessons. I thought I had upside down cards. Okay. So learning your lessons and resolving a situation for a better direction. I think they're going to reach out and offer a new beginning, offer hope. I think there's something happened between you, and you probably know better than me what that was. And so there's been dishonesty in the situation, and I think that comes, the outcome of that will be a resolution. Okay, there will be a resolution and a reunification, improvement in the relationship. And then Virgos and Cancers, there's nothing in Cancer, so regular, except Cancer has this opposition. So Cancer's under a lot of pressure right now, especially from people that matter to them, which is their Achilles heel. So depending on the type of relationship, they may feel weighed down. And so we have the Eight of Swords. You don't know how to help them. They might be crying or upset a lot or overwhelmed. Ten of Wands. You're such a good friend. This is you thinking about their well-being. This is you concerned for their well-being, thinking about things for them, that kind of thing. And then we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so how do they feel? They feel like they've hurt you, and they feel like they did wrong by you. And Seven of Swords. They're going to run away for a while, emotionally at least. I feel like they feel like they've done you wrong, and I feel like they're out of there. Okay, so last but not least, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And remember, members, I have the preview for the December-November love video in the description in just a little bit. So we have the Eight of Wands, okay, and then we have the Sun. Okay, so very good relationship with Leos. I forgot to tell you the astrology. It's the same. So there's not much change. Positive, encouraging. You know, I'm a Leo Virgo, so I'm like right here. And so this energy is really good for me. But if you're over here, Virgo, you and Leos might not get along, and especially from here. It's a real specific thing. But overall, they're bringing light and happiness into your life, encouraging messages. If you want to have a good time, go connect with Leo. And how do they feel about you? Some of them are looking into you a little bit deeper, getting to know you a little bit better. And then we have a Tower. Okay, so I feel as though they want to bring you happiness, and then they want to bring you a turnaround. In some situations, there's going to be information that comes through for them that's going to change their opinion of who you are or what you are about in a way that might destroy the relationship. So be very careful if this is a person who's important to you, because there could be information, or maybe you're finding something out about them. It's like the bubbles burst about something, but then also that leads to that. It's a good thing if that's what's going on. Not for all of you guys. Also, I feel like a Leo can be really helpful to you guys at this time, give you a turnaround, and maybe that they sympathize with something that has happened around you in a big way, and so they're bringing in positivity. I think that their opinion of you is changing, hopefully for the better. But these cards are meaning that there's really good energy there. Happiness, hope, joy, all of these things. Okay, so I hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you guys so much for watching. So this is for Scorpio season relationship compatibility. And members, if you want to watch your extended, then go here. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.